Hello and welcome to this little movie which will show you how to apply or take the next step in the application process to be a highly accomplished ICT educator on Plane. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is go to pioneer.plane.edu.au. Now I'm doing this on Tuesday, but as of Wednesday the 30th of May, this page will look a little bit different and there'll be a place where you can click through to log into Plane. Now chances are it's going to look a little bit like this, and you can see that Plane uses a single sign-on process, which means that you can log in with any of your social media. You'll be able to navigate your way through the sign-on process. At one point you need to confirm that you are a teacher, but this is a one-off process, and after that you'll be able to sign straight in with your social media account. Once you've logged into Plane, you'll be asked to update your profile information. This profile information is important because it helps us connect you with other teachers with similar interests. You have complete control over your privacy, but it also helps us to learn a little bit more about you, which will help us in our application process. So make sure you go through that process of updating your profile. Before we go any further, I've just switched browsers and logged in as myself so that I can show you an example of what an application might look like, and also what you can create within a page in Plane. You have access to this particular page and you have a secret URL so that you can click on it and view it without being logged in. So you can see on this page, my page is made up of a series of blocks. Each of these areas is a block. So I've got some text blocks here outlining my application, my professional experience and qualifications. There's a movie here that was created so that people could learn more about digital storytelling, just as an example of what I've been able to do. And down the bottom here is an example of a project I was involved in and a movie that the students created. Now, we want you guys to go in and obviously complete your profile, and then we need to create a page called Highly Accomplished ICT Educator Application, and then your name so that we know whose page it is. So if we look across the top menu here, most of our learning is within this area. Most of our ability to connect with other people is in this area. And My Plane, which is where we can create new pages in your portfolio. So I'm going to click on My Pages. Okay, and you can see there's lots of different pages there already. Now the reason these pages are here are these are all courses that I've enrolled in. For you, there's probably not many pages to look at the moment. Okay, so we're going to create a new page. I'm going to click on Create Page. And it's really important that we call it the right thing. So under page title, I need to call it, and I'm just going to paste it in, Highly Accomplished ICT Educator Application, and then your name. I'll just say Demo. And underneath I can give the page a description, which will tell us a little bit more about this particular page. Okay, so at this stage, you can see that we have a pretty simple area to navigate. We have a series of tabs across the top, and each of those tabs let you access different blocks. Those blocks can be dragged down into this section to create your page. Now, a lot of what you want to use at the moment will be text blocks, and we just drag and drop the text block down, give it a title. We give it a title and then type any text that we want to appear there. Click Save, and the block appears. And for the content, it's made up of a series of blocks, as I've already mentioned. And so when I want to add a block, I simply grab the block and drag and drop it into place. Okay, I won't add that one. But one of the ones that you're probably likely to use a fair bit of is the text block. And I can drag a text block down, add my text, click Save, and there I have another text block. If I want to add some more text to that, I can click on the Edit button and add more text. Now the other thing that you will probably use quite a lot of is the external content. And this will let us add, for example, Google Apps, Google Docs, basically any external content, which might include something like a YouTube movie. Now this particular block is for adding or embedding external content. It's very easy to use. I just drag the block down into place, and I've got to put the URL of the media in. So I'll just go to a YouTube movie. This one's about plane, and I paste it back into place. You can see down the bottom here all different places that I can embed from. I can set the width and height if I wish. I don't need to. Click save, and we can see that that media has come into place. Now looking at the movie that we've embedded here, maybe I should have made it a little bit smaller. So if I click on the edit button, I can come back in and make it a bit smaller. Okay, now it embeds a little bit smaller. Again, you might decide, like my page, that I only wanted 2 columns. So if you come to edit layout, you can choose a different layout. Not sure about where you place particular media, you can drag and drop it around. So you can see there's a fair bit of flexibility there. Again, the intention is to get the message across to us about your capability as a teacher and using ICTs for learning. Okay, let's assume that you've finished your page, and it probably looks a lot more like this page than the other page that I was working on, the little demo page. We'll go back to the demo account and the demo page. So stage 2 of our process is to join the group for the Highly Accomplished ICT Educators. So we're going to go to the Connect menu and Groups. Now this page will come up. It'll look a little bit different by the time you're logging in tomorrow. I'm going to click on Search Groups, and you can see a list of groups comes up already. Now I can scroll down through those groups, and by the time you get to the second page, you'll find the one that you're after. Or of course, you could have just done a search, but we're after the Highly Accomplished ICT Educators, and I'm going to click Join this group. Okay, you can see that you've joined this group. You can see the administrators of the group, members of the group. There's some forum space and some pages. In the pages, you will find my example of an application. But if we come back to the About page and we scroll down, you see there's an option here to submit a page to this group. Okay, now if you go through and choose your application, Highly Accomplished ICT Educator application, with your name, and click Submit, that will submit this page to the group. Now I'm going to go through that process. Okay, it's saying, are you sure? Because once you submit it, you can't actually edit it again. So make sure that you've got it right. You've got until 13th of June before you have to submit. So make sure your page is right and then click Yes. And you'll see down the bottom here that you've submitted your page. If your page is submitted there, then you've fulfilled the requirements for step 2, your self-nomination. And after the 13th of June, we'll sit down and sort our way through the applications and get back to you as soon as we can. Once again, if there's any questions, please feel free to contact me or anyone else from the Plane team. Thank you very much for your interest in becoming a highly accomplished ICT educator, and we look forward to working with you in the future.